Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 3 in the HES Elimination Series, season number 4. We are here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway for the Coca-Cola 60K, a 12-lap race around this 3-mile-long superspeedway somewhere in Massachusetts. I don't know where, who cares? All we know is this is a pretty good racetrack. We hold some of the biggest events here on Napa Fan at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway, like the NRLOA big one, which will be coming in June, and the Thanksgiving 500, which, of course, you can figure out when that comes. But anyways, we got ourselves the 20 drivers, but only 16 of them come into today's race in championship contention. The 4 guys getting eliminated so far at Daytona, Luke Rainey and Chris Skinlart got eliminated. And at the last race here in the HES Elimination Series at the Auto Club Speedway, Daniel McMillan and Jordan Lopez failed to finish. Actually, Lopez finished, but they both got eliminated because they failed to be in the top 8 or top 16 of the championship contenders, the last 2 championship contenders finishing in that race. So they're eliminated, but they're still racing along with Rainey and Skinlart, looking to possibly get a victory here today at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. The guy who starts on the pole position, and of course the starting lineup is always determined by the finishing order of the prior race, Nick Smith in number 34. He is safe from elimination here today at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. He has nothing to worry about, and even if he finishes in last place, he will still be in championship contention when we head to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. He starts on the pole alongside the number 98 of Julio Cesar. Starting lineup rolling on the bottom of your screen. Let's get this one started here on the Coca-Cola 60K. It is Nick Smith in the number 34, starting alongside the number 98 of Julio Cesar, who finished second at Auto Club. We got ourselves Eli Bright in the number 95, starting third alongside an eliminated driver, that is Chris Skinlart, who was eliminated at the Daytona International Speedway. Devin Cook and Josh Crash in row number 3, Paul Minnick, Donovan Duthit in row number 4, Stuart Gratton, Al Lagacy in row number 5. Daytona winner Cody Sill, he is not safe from elimination anymore as he was at the Auto Club Speedway, and if he finishes in last place or finishes outside the top 14 of all the championship contenders, he will fail to advance on in championship contention here in the HES Elimination Series. So his safety from elimination is not here anymore, but he can regain it if he wins the race here today. That goes for all the championship eligible drivers. Alongside Cody Sill, it is the number 47 of Ryan Madden. And then we got the defending champion, Matt Dallio, starting alongside the 32 of Reagan Whitlock, 2 of the most experienced drivers in the field for this series. Luke Rainey, another one of those eliminated drivers, starting alongside Dane Amon. Both of these guys barely avoided elimination in Auto Club. Philip Goldberg and Julius Anderson was finished 18th position in both races so far. I do not believe he can finish 18th again. Well, he could. It's possible if he could finish 18th and still make it on, but it's going to get a lot harder to do so with fewer guys in championship contention in each race. But Julius Anderson barely hanging on by a thread in each race so far here in the HES Elimination Series. And then last 2 guys in the row, or in the field, I should say, Jordan Lopez and Daniel McMillan, both eliminated from championship contention in the last race at Auto Club. 16 guys still have a chance. 14 will be left with that chance exiting today's race. Who is going to be the 2 drivers eliminated, and who's going to get the win and the possible safety from elimination in the next race? Of course, if you're already eliminated, it doesn't really matter. But if you're still in championship contention and you win, you're good to go for the next race. That's what's going on with Nick Smith right now. He has nothing to worry about because he's going to lead the field to the green flag here in the Coca-Cola 60K at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. And already, it's madness. 3 wide back in there. Number 21, Stuart Gratton, going to the inside of Paul Minnick and Donovan Duthit. But for the lead, 95, Eli Bright, who started 3rd for this race, goes to the inside of the 34. Julio Cesar, number 98. He might tap the outside wall. Reagan Whitlock back in there taps the outside wall. This is a very quick race. Only 12 laps of action here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. And it's definitely going to go by very quickly here today. And you got to be on your toes and in the right place at the right time in this one if you're going to be safe from elimination. Of course, there's still that possibility of a possible crash in this one as you see him go 4 wide back in there. Luke Rainey, Julius Anderson, they were bumping off each other back in there. I think Donovan Duthit might have hit the outside wall and almost got into Matt Dallio, but I believe they're okay. And at the moment, the 2 guys who would be eliminated would be Reagan Whitlock and Ryan Madden. two of the better drivers in this series. And I say better drivers, I shouldn't say it like that. Two of the more experienced drivers in this series. Here's probably the most experienced driver, him and Matt Delio. Been racing here since before this channel officially started. Stuart Gratton, the number 21, trying to get to the inside of Nick Smith for the lead. And Nick Smith from the pole position was able to lead the first lap of action here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. And they continue to go 4 wide in some places here at this racetrack. Devin Cook on the outside lane there. He's going to scrape the outside wall pretty significantly. And he is going to fall back to the end of this pack. However, he is not in a dangerous position at the moment. It is now Eli Bright and Daytona winner Cody Sill. Remember, he had safety from elimination in Auto Club. Cody Sill is currently running in the last position along with Eli Bright. If they finish where they are right now, Eli Bright and Cody Sill would be eliminated, but we keep on seeing these guys hitting that outside wall. Nick Smith just did it in the 34, but he is safe from elimination, so he has nothing to worry about in this race. And the guy who has finished 18th in the first 2 races so far this season is currently leading the field. That is Julius Anderson in the number 35, who has barely avoided elimination in both races so far. He's going to get passed for the lead, however, by Stuart Gratton in the number 21, who takes it away from the 35. McMillan in the outside wall. He's already eliminated. And I believe Julius Anderson might have scraped the wall exiting turn 4 as well. Philip Goldberg in the number 83. He also barely avoided elimination at Auto Club. He's going to try to get to the inside, and here's a guy who was eliminated at Auto Club. The 15 of Jordan Lopez going 3 wide for the lead. Gratton's on that outside lane and a little too close to the wall. And the number 21 in the outside wall scraping it a little bit, but I believe he's going to stay safe and stay in this pack in the number 21. Right now, this is where it is. And it's right now the 95 of Eli Bright and the 46 of Devin Cook, who are in the elimination positions at the moment. 19th and 20th place for those guys right now. And Cody Sill in a safe position at the moment. Same with Ryan Madden. It keeps on changing back in there. And you see this field has split up into 2 packs. And a big reason for that is because these guys keep on hitting that outside wall. Some guys have to slow down to avoid it exiting a corner. And that created this pack back in here. And this is the trouble pack right here. The possible eliminated drivers are most likely going to come from this pack if this thing remains green here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. Philip Goldberg just scraped the outside wall tremendously. And the 40 did as well. It's looking a lot like the GMC stunt road race we had at the in the Air Electric Pro Series, where all those guys kept on getting damage from coming off of those hills. But this is a super speedway, and these guys are accumulating significant damage here in this one. Luke Rainey just popped the outside wall. Paul Minnick is currently leading the field in number 55, looking to be safe from elimination in the next race. Al Lagasse right behind him, running in second. Chris Skinlart. I mean, he's definitely one of the better drivers so far, but he's eliminated. He didn't have a good outing at Daytona because he crashed, of course. He probably would have gotten a good finish if it weren't for that. And he finished 4th at the Auto Club Speedway. Here he is running 3rd at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. Chris Skinlart looking to snag a win here, even though he's eliminated from championship contention. And even though his teammate Nick Smith doesn't need anything here, I mean, all he needs to do is just run the race. He's going to be in contention to win this thing and go 2 in a row, because he's currently running in the 4th position. Al Lagasse looking to the inside of Paul Minnick for the lead. And something I will notice, when these guys kind of get single file like this, it gets hard for them to pass, because those inside lanes, they don't really have much help, and it's really hard for them to get the advantage. But I believe that this 38 might be able to do it, entering turn number 1. No, Minnick clears the 93 in a very bold move. Here comes Nick Smith and the other front row motorsports machine, Julius Anderson, who's also still in championship contention. He's going to try to help his teammate. Now going to go 3 wide, and the front row motorsports cars are 3 wide for second position down the backstretch. But this one might work out pretty well for Paul Minnick, and like I said, when these guys get single file here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway, they usually stay that way, and passing becomes extremely difficult. Looks like Al Lagasse is going to take second away from the 38. Gratton just popped the outside wall, and I see some debris from that one. And currently at the moment, Eli Bright, it looks like he is going to be done in the number 95. believe he's accumulated too much damage to continue. You see, he has lost the pack, and he would need a couple guys ahead of him to crash if he were to be able to continue. He, along with the number 83 of Philip Goldberg, are currently in the elimination positions, and that's a tough break for those guys, especially for Goldberg, who barely avoided elimination at the Auto Club Speedway. Minnick stays out front, looking for his second career win here on Napa Fan. His first one came in the opening event of the Dodge Throwback Series, and if they go 4 wide for second, he's going to have an easy time winning this thing. Nick Smith, the pole sitter, who is safe from elimination in this race, looking to go 2 in a row here in the HES Elimination Series. He tried to go to the inside of Julius Anderson, but was not able to get around him. Here's another guy I really haven't talked about too much in this race. He started on the outside pole. That is the number 98 of Julio Caesar, up to the 5th position. Luke Rainey, an eliminated driver, running in 6th. Then it's Al Lagasse, who has fallen back to the 7th position. Cody Sill, Jordan Lopez, Stuart Gratton, Reagan Whitlock, Matt Delio, Dane Amon in number 30. Looking pretty good right now. Donovan Dufit, Ryan Madden, Josh Crash, Devin Cook, Daniel McMillan, and it really is looking like it's going to be the 83 and the 95 who are going to be eliminated in this one. And just like that, 3 wide for the lead here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. Julius Anderson and Chris Skinlart trying to take it away from the number 55. How about Nick Smith here in the 34? He might try to make it 4 wide for the lead. No, he is not going to do it. The 55 is not going to be able to clear the 35, and Julius Anderson takes the lead away from Paul Minnick on lap 10 of 12. 3 laps to go here in the Coca-Cola 60K. Minnick in the outside wall, and he's scraping it tremendously. And he's going to fall back to the 6th position in the number 55. The tough break for him after leading quite a few laps in this race. Julius Anderson barely avoided elimination in the first 2 races. We thought that he was going to be eliminated in both of those races at one point. But here he is, still in championship contention, looking to gain safety from elimination in the next race here in the HES Elimination Series. Julius Anderson, 2 laps to go for the number 35 here in the Coca-Cola 60K. Chris Skinlart, an eliminated driver, trying to make it a very interesting Indianapolis race by not letting any of the championship contenders gain safety from elimination in that one. He is going to go to the inside of his teammate and take the lead away. Or at least attempt to take the lead away. He has not been able to do it quite yet, not able to clear him. Will Nick Smith help him here? No, he's going to try to go 3 wide for the lead. I believe Julius Anderson's going to be able to clear his teammate. No, he isn't. How about this? Julio Caesar making a 3 wide for second. I thought that they were going to go 4 wide for the lead. They weren't. And the 98 with a chance of winning this thing. The white flag here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. Will Julius Anderson be able to hold everybody off? Or will somebody else steal the victory here in this one? 1 lap to go at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. Julius Anderson continues to lead in number 35. Nick Smith right behind him. Julio Caesar running in 3rd. Luke Rainey out of nowhere running in the 5th position, trying to take 3rd from Skinlart and Caesar. And Julius Anderson might have just won this race. I don't believe that the 34 is going to be able to get enough of a run to pass him for the lead. And Julius Anderson, he came close to getting eliminated in both of the races so far, but it's not going to be that case for him here today. He's going to get the best position of them all. Julius Anderson in the number 35 coming out of turn number 4. It's going to take the victory here in the Coca-Cola 60K. Not only does he win the race, but he's safe from elimination at Indianapolis. It looks like Julio Caesar in the number 98 grabbed 2nd position, and he's going to be starting on the outside pole yet again. Nick Smith got 3rd. Chris Skinlart in 4th position yet again. And the number 13 of Luke Rainey rounds out the top 5 as an eliminated driver here in the HES Elimination Series. And speaking of elimination, it will, in fact, be the number 83 of Philip Goldberg and the number 95 of Eli Bright, who are going to be eliminated from championship contention in today's race. Julius Anderson, who almost got eliminated in the first 2 races of the season, comes home with the victory here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway, and he is going to be safe from elimination at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I think that's going to be on Wednesday, I think. Yeah, Wednesday. But Julius Anderson, Julio Caesar, Nick Smith, Chris Skinlart, and Luke Rainey in the top 5. Philip Goldberg and Eli Bright, the 2 drivers eliminated from championship contention. And they'll still be racing, of course, like all the other eliminated drivers, but their championship hopes are dashed here tonight at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Julius Anderson for getting the win, and safety from elimination in the next race here in the HES Elimination Series. And that is it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching once again, and I will see you guys later.
Ringing in my ear, sounds like someone's banging on the door.